Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Bradford, and I am 6'7" for no reason at all. People always ask me if I am athletic, and every single time I have to disappoint them. The other day I was in the grocery store, and this guy walked up to me, and he was like, "Hey, man, can you dunk?" No. Can you touch the rim? No. Can you touch the net? Sir, the only balls I want to bounce are Chris Evans, all right? I don't support the sporting lifestyle. I just don't think they deserve rights. I'm sorry. I am 24 years old, but my body is already falling apart. I recently shaved my head because my hairline is already receding. And yeah. It got bad enough that I asked my doctor about what my options are, and he said he hadn't seen a recession this bad since 2008. And I was like, hey, at least no one lost their job because of my hair. And he said, what about your barber? So that was my first malpractice suit. I think the worst part about being aggressively tall is probably airplanes, though. Like, I already have to pay an extra $100 for an exit row. Then every time that I sit down, the flight attendant asks me, "Excuse me, sir, are you willing and able to assist in case of an emergency?" And I'm like, ma'am, if I can't dunk, what makes you think I can pass? Like, I can't escape it, truly. All right, let's see. Tall, gay. I'm also black for tax purposes, and my first boyfriend was actually a white guy, which was tough because I've always felt this like familial pressure to date within my race. Like, I have this cousin who always says, "My body is a palace, and I'm saving it for my black king." And whenever she frames it like that, I always feel like my body is just kind of a farmer's market, you know? Like maybe a Whole Foods. So, so one day I pressed her on it a little bit, and I was like, "You seriously never even considered white guys?" And she was like, "I like my meat cooked. It can't be looking all pink and raw. I need my meat well done." And I get what she was going for. I just feel like there's worse ways to get food poisoning in this scenario. Another weird thing about being gay is that people try very hard to be progressive around me. And they mean well, they really do. The problem is it just gets uncomfortable sometimes, you know? Like last summer for Pride Month, my aunt gave me a box of Fruit Loops. Yeah. I couldn't tell if this was an honor or a hate crime, you know? Like, do you give your straight friends oatmeal or Raisin Bran? I'm just glad she didn't give me Fruity Pebbles. I feel like I'd have to report that to someone. I've complained a lot about being tall tonight, but I would like to emphasize that I do have a lot of respect for short kings. I'm just learning that not everyone can climb this particular tree, just logistically speaking, you know? Like, my last date needed a step stool to kiss me. Who has the time? Like, if we're eye to eye when I'm like this, maybe we should just pray at that point, because we're gonna need some extra help. So new rule going forward. If he's not 6'9", then we can't 6'9". I'm sorry. But I am raising my standards, literally. Being tall isn't all bad, though. I can always see at concerts. My friends can always find me in crowds, and I've been told that I give great hugs. My height actually saved me one time when I had a bee infestation in my apartment. I came home and found 3 bees just buzzing around my bedroom, and naturally I wanted to kill myself, but I did the next best thing. I sprayed them with bleach. Now, I don't like killing things. It weighs on the old conscience, you know, save the bees and all that. But I figured, hey, these bees are trying to colonize my room, so to make this bloodshed easier on myself, I'll just name them after bad white people. Robert E. B., John Wayne Gaby, Ronald Wilson Reagan. You guys get it. That's what I named the one that offered me crack. And the problem is they just kept coming. I've killed 3 bees, 3 more have taken their place. I'm at my wit's end. And so I look up and I see that they're getting in through a hole in my ceiling fan. Like the hive has set up shop in my ceiling and they're getting in through the fan. And in the time it would take me to grab a chair or something to stand on, even more bees could get in. So I make a decision. I run to my desk, I grab the Scotch tape, I tear off a piece. Moment of truth. I jump up and I plug the hole. Stop a bee mid-flight from trying to get in. Nice try, Jeff B. Dahmer. And I realize in that moment that being tall is kind of cool, you know? Like, sure, it's inconvenient and weird sometimes, but what isn't, you know? That's just being a person. And I think the deepest lesson that I learned is that if I can jump up and plug the hole in my ceiling fan in the 11th hour and save the day, then maybe, just maybe, I can dunk after all. Thank you, everyone.